Welcome to Discover Janesville. My name is Yuri Rashkin, and today we are guests at Kudos Coffee Shop here in downtown Janesville, 119 North Main. Come on down, have a cup of coffee. And I'm glad to have as a guest Teri Huber, who is the manager of the Janesville Farmers Market.
Yes, sir.
I was preparing for our interview, and I looked online, and there's somebody described you as fresh-faced, clear-eyed, and the possessor of a megawatt smile.
Oh my goodness.
Huber bursts at the seams with dedication, passion, and enthusiasm.
Where did you find this?
See? Out there on internet. It's out there.
Oh my.
The reputation of your smile. And how long have you been running the farmers market?
My 4th year.
Your 4th year?
Yeah, the market's 5 years old this year.
Okay.
And I took over right after the end of the first season.
And it just keeps growing and growing.
It does. It's a
like a farmer's market should, I suppose.
That's right. We want to grow. We want to keep growing. We want to keep providing our community with fresh produce, meat, baked goods, honey, eggs, cheese, a little bit of crafts. Something
that I've learned also is that you guys are actually limited to Wisconsin vendors?
Yes, we are a Wisconsin vendor-produced market. In order to sell at the Janesville Farmers Market, you have to be a Wisconsin resident, and you've had to grow it, make it, raise it, or bake it yourself.
Okay, there's like a list, check off.
There is a list. And it's unique in that it's from Wisconsin, it's local.
So you live local, you buy local, you eat local?
That's right. That is the whole background, and the whole theme is and you know who you're buying it from. When you buy something at the market, you can talk to the person who's going to give you all the answers because they are responsible for having gotten it to the market. Yeah.
That's a good point. You're talking to the source.
That's right. You're talking right to the source. You're cutting out the middleman. Most of our food nowadays comes a minimum of 1,500 miles away, and it's touched from anywhere from
not the farmer's market, but
not
like
the farmer's
as a supermarket.
Market, but like the supermarkets. And that food can be touched anywhere from 9 hands to 29 hands. When you pick it up at the farmer's market, only one person's probably touched it. That's the person picking it.
Wow. And how many vendors do you have right now?
We have over 70 vendors. We average about 38 a week. And
it's, I've been coming most Saturdays, and it seems like there's a natural progression. Probably as you have more things that are coming into the season, that the crowd keeps growing and growing. It's wonderful. And you have contests and you have free activities. It's just nonstop.
We wanted to have something really fun for the 5th anniversary, and I said we need to have cooking demos, we need to have a cooking recipe contest, kids activities. We need to make this big. Also, I wanted to make it big because this community is really in need of something fun and positive to do. There's a lot of people who are out of work right now, and what better way to get out of the house and get out of the same four walls than to come on down and see your neighbors, see your friends, have a positive morning. Everybody still needs to eat, and they'd like to give that money to a local vendor.
And here in Wisconsin, we do like to eat.
We do like to eat.
So you have buskers, and buskers is not a word that is like jumps right, go, oh, buskers, but it's the street performers.
It's the street performers. And a couple of years ago when I first heard the word, I was invited to a meeting at the city and Leisure Services. Judith Moriarty got us all together, and I went, what's a busker? And they said it's the original term for street entertainers. And we have different street entertainment every week. It is so fun. And last weekend I got the nicest compliment. Somebody came up to me and said, Teri, you have turned this into a cultural event. I'm like, really?
I think that's a pretty accurate description.
And I thought that was so awesome. And Judith Moriarty is the woman who is in charge of lining up the buskers for me. Bless her heart. She's awesome. She goes out, gets these people to sign up with the correct permits. She makes sure that everything's just in order. And then calls me or sends me an email and says, these who are the people you can expect to see Saturday.
Wow.
So I'm very
grateful.
grateful.
There's some crowds gathering, so it's not just the shopping experience or visiting, but there's also entertainment here. There's something going on here all the time.
There's always. Today we had a cooking recipe contest.
Who won?
Her name is Kathy Oliver, actually.
And you said you had a record number of submissions.
Yes, this is only the third one we've had. We're doing one once a month, and we actually had 5. And I know that sounds like a small number, but it's our first year doing this. And we have a theme every month. And the theme item has to be either purchased at the farmer's market, raised in your own garden, or purchased at a roadside stand. So the first month was rhubarb, second month in June was strawberries, and this month we did green beans or zucchini. We were going to do corn, but we weren't sure sweet corn was going to be ready in time, so we had to change.
You can never quite bet on that.
And so it's just fun. We have 5 local people come as the judges, and they taste it. But today the winner received a Janesville Farmers Market bag that different vendors gave me items for. And so they got a bag full of goodies. There was bison brats, cheese curds, honey sticks, goat milk, lip balm, piece of jewelry, some bakery, a jar of apple salsa.
Wow.
So
that sounds tasty.
It was fun.
So you're here until October?
October 31st this year.
Wow, so there's going to be quite something. And every Thursday there's the market update on JATV.
That's right. You can find out what's going to be happening at the farmers market on Saturday by watching JATV on Thursday and Friday.
What made you decide that this is going to be the project that you wanted to get involved with as much as you have?
The first year I came down as a vendor. And in that November we had a end of the year vendor meeting, and they said, the city said, you did a great job, but we can't afford to help you next year. And so they said, well, if we decide to keep a market going, and I'm listening to the meeting, or if they decide, and they said, well,
who decides who gets that the market keeps going?
Well, that's what I wanted to know. And so
right.
I said,
I thought it was the farmers.
Well, I went to the person who was chairing the steering committee and said, I'll do anything it takes to make sure we have a market. We are the county seat of an agriculture county. My husband grew up east of Janesville and County Trunk farm family, over 100 years in the family.
So to you, having farmers market is just
this is a natural
kind
thing.
Of a natural thing, like you got to have.
And
yeah,
you
gotta have a gas station,
it.
you got to have a restaurant, you got to have a farmer's market.
You have to have a farmer's market. You have to have a place where these farmers can go and sell their wares. And so we have to have one. And the next thing I know, because I said, I'll do anything it takes. Well, the next thing,
those are dangerous words, you know.
The next thing I know, I'm invited to a board meeting, and I thought, I'll be on the board. I'd love to be on the board, and well, little did I know that.
That's what it means in Janesville. When you say, I'll do anything it takes, you're on the board. That's perfect.
Well, they said they were at the meeting. They were saying they needed a manager, and one woman goes, I have somebody in mind.
Teri, okay.
And it got to be me, and so I said, I'd love to. I said, I just think it's such a neat thing. I think that it would be a shame not to have it. It would just be a shame not to have this in Janesville.
And you're just buzzing around on rollerblades and
yes. One of my vendors this first year said to me, you need some rollerblades on those feet. And so I took her at her word, and I went and got mine out, dusted them off, put them on, and they said, when was the last time you had those on? And I said, 3 years ago. Everybody cringed, and I said, oh, it's just like riding a bike.
One thing I like to ask is, what do you think you've learned from your experience as being a manager of a farmer's market?
That you have to have a thick skin, because you're not going to please everybody all the time. Oh, I'm
Says Teri as she laughs.
Oh, you know what I've really learned is that this community is so supportive of this market. They are so good to us. From the city manager to the city council members to everybody in the city who comes and shops, the parks department, the bus department, everybody.
I'm thrilled that you guys are here, and
thank you.
All the best of luck to you. And
well, thank you, Yuri.
Thank you so much,
thank
Teri.
Thank you.